All right, we are out here at 1495 Richard Circle in Alpharetta, Georgia. We are going to attempt to repair this shingle that was previously opened up on a previously approved repair scope. Claim number is 1188R as in Ringo, 682K as in Kappa. This is our damaged shingle right here. You can see the creasing. We've already got an overview photo of this. So we're gonna go ahead and start removing the shingles surrounding the area. We're gonna go well past the area where the shingle is just to prevent any binding or anything like that. I'm just going to use my tools as much as possible. Later on in the video I will have to use my hands a little bit more to pull the shingle back so that I can get a flush drive on my nails. But right now I'm just going to bend back as much as I need to be able to see the nail. All right, we got one pulled through right here. So we're already seeing that the shingle is pretty brittle. It's roughly 20 years old, so we all know kind of what we're expecting to see here. Another pull through on this shingle, so that's gonna honestly compromise that shingle right there. It doesn't matter as much on this one because we're replacing it, but it does matter for these up here because they will, if a repair was to be done on this shingle, they would be staying on the roof, so that could lead to leaks if you got holes in the shingles that are not attended to or not nailed back in. All right, I think we got them all. Should take it out. Oh man, got one more somewhere. There it is. I see it. Kind of overdriven. All right, so we got them all out. Go ahead and pull the shingle out. We were instructed by State Farm to use a GAF Timberline HDZ in charcoal. So that is the shingle that we brought with us today. I took photos of the bundle, noting the color and the type of shingle it is. I'm gonna go ahead and compare these. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over so you can see. We've been in this situation before, so we kind of expected this. With this Owens Corning shingle, we see that it's actually 1/4 of an inch shorter than the HDZ shingle. So we do have a compatibility issue there. It's gonna overlap one side or the other when we throw this back in. We'll take photos of that, but that is going to pose issues for water shedding that were not present prior to a repair being done. So nonetheless, we're gonna stick it up in there just to assess the repairability of this roof. Yeah, you can see it over here. We'll take a photo of this at the end just to show that it's a little bit longer, but throw that in. All right. Now at this point, we're going to attempt to put these nails back in. Just from the one bend, we've already got two very dark striations on more than one shingle. So we've got one here on this top shingle, and one here. That's just from bending back one time in order to get the nails. So I do expect to see more striations on the shingles after this, because now I do have to get the shingle back enough in order to get a flush drive on my nail. If I go in from an angle, these nail heads are not flush to the roof and they will leak. So just to show how much of a bend we'll need, right there, as you can see, I'm right there at it. Here's the nail strip. This is how far I need to bend the shingle in order to get one in. I'm so close that I'm actually hitting the shingle on the way back up to try and prevent any unnecessary manipulation of the shingle. So once again, I can't get it here. There's my nail strike. So this is how far I have to get in here to get that flush drive, so my nail head, like I said, is flush to the roof and will not lead to more leaks. Again, not there, now I'm here. Boom. Flush. Got 3 nails in. We're gonna go ahead and do 2 more here and 5 up there. There. And we're gonna go ahead and get 1 more right here. Oh. See, I'm trying to do it without, I'm gonna go to where this is. It's gonna make it very difficult, but actually cause damage there just from trying not to bend the shingle back. I know you guys don't want us bending the shingle any more than necessary. I'm trying to do that. Cause some damage there. All along the bottom of the shingle, you can see it starting to tear apart. That's really just from breaking the seal on the shingle. All the granules on the bottom, which we'll note, they are already falling off just from the pry bar going in there and working its way across. We've got a large striation there. You can see striation. It's just a 20-year-old shingle. I mean, this is what we kind of expect to see on a shingle this old when you attempt to repair it.
I want to bring the hopper up a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that because I don't want to fall. It's very steep.
We're on 11 right now.
Drop the nail. I gotta go grab this nail. Okay. Yeah, 11, 12 pitch. So obviously the first priority here is safety. Again, same thing. The shingle ends here. So I'm gonna go here. I gotta get it right there. Boom. All right. Right there. Again, doing my best not to manipulate it, but I do have to, with how brittle and stiff these shingles are, we are seeing that they kind of crease when you go. They don't have that bend like a newer shingle will, where you can actually do this and it won't crease because it's new and it's more pliable to work with. With these older shingles, they are not as pliable. They get stiff and brittle.
Weathered.
And very weathered, yes. So right there, and in there, they also start to delaminate. All these keys start to delaminate when you bend them back. So we're trying to avoid that as well. However, it's very hard sometimes to get in a position where we can do that. All right, 1 more. We got a tear right there just from trying to get this last nail in. Okay. right, so we got all our nails in. So at that point, the repair would be complete.
You want to take this over there?
Yeah. You can see, which I'll bring this over. We've got large striations here, here. Just from that bend, we got 1, 2, 1, 1, 1 right there, 1 here. This completely broke in half right here. Large striation here, large striation here. I mean, we damaged 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't have to bust that one loose. So 4 shingles got damaged. I'll show you up close. 4 shingles were damaged during this repair. So here's our new shingle. We've got large striation here, heavy damage right here from trying to go in with the pry bar. And as I've said before and said we would note, all the granules on the bottom, you can see where they've all started to rot away just from, or fall off and break away just from the pry bar going in there and moving around, just the brittleness. We've got, this is where my hammer hit, trying not to bend it back more than necessary. Large striation here, 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 here. Moving up to the next shingle, so that would be 1 shingle, 2 shingles. 3rd shingle right here, you can see a striation here and here, working its way across here. And as the rain falls, it will continue to get worse. This broke here, large striation here, heavy degranulation there, 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 all the way over to here in 2 different spots. So with all of that, this is going to fail our repairability test due to the extreme amount of degranulation. So yeah, we will send all this in and go from there.